Someone asked me a question on a video I made some time ago on naming your child, and I want to make two things categorically clear. Nobody outside of family has the right to name your child. And when I'm talking about family, I'm talking about the father, the mother, and in some cases, the parents of the couple. Because there are some cases whereby the parents will look at a child and say that this child is a reincarnation of so person. You don't know the person, but they know the person, and they will say that this child is a reincarnation of so person, and they will now decide to give the child the name of that person that they feel that the child reincarnated. Apart from family, there is nobody in the name of anointing or in the name of Dibia. There is no other person that have the right to name your child. Do you even know what it looks like? It looks like you building a car or you inventing something. You built a car from scratch. All the materials, you source them. And after building this car, you now carried it to someone else for the person to name it or for the person to give the car your name. You are the creator. There is no other person that created this child for you. You are the creator from the beginning, from everything. You created the child and you're now taking your child for another person to name. How does this thing even make sense to you people? In every pregnancy, there is peculiarity. You just don't name a child anyhow. There are things that surround that pregnancy or surround the conception of the child, and they will name the child according to those things. Or when you name a child, you are speaking into the life of your child. That is why we say that you don't just give your child careless names. Like all this one that people will just go and they will give your child name that you don't even know the meaning. In America, it means something different. In Spain, it means something different. In this country, it means something different. So nobody in the name of anointing or in the name of Dibia or in the name of being so spiritual has the right to name your child. You are the creator of this child. You are the creator. There is no other person that created the child for you. And you are the only person that have the right to speak into your child's life. When you name your child, you have spoken into the life of your child. No other person has the right to do this thing for you. You are the only person that has that right. Then the second one is the name, the kind of name that we give our children. Name your child according to your language, according to your tribe. How can you be an Igbo person and go and give your child a name that is not Igbo? How do you want that child to identify? Name is nothing but an identity. It is name that they used to trace people back to where they are coming from. Some time ago, I was watching a movie, Shinara Chronicle, and there's this lady, the Queen of Leah. She was so beautiful. And I was looking at her, say, oh man, this lady is so beautiful. And she has features of Ghanaians. I say, this lady may actually have Ghanaian ancestry. Only for me to be looking at the name that they were showing in the cast. And I saw Caroline Chikezie. Immediately, I know that this Chikezie is an Igbo lady. I Google and lo and behold, she's the one. I was so happy. The reason why these Americans are going through a lot, paying a lot of money to connect back to their roots, is because they were stripped of their identity. They gave them a different name. It's only that name that they would have easily used to connect back to where they are coming from. Now they have to go and pay a hell lot of money. They have to go and pay so much. Ancestry, 3 DNA, something. Ndị Igbo na-agụ afa mefuna. Do not lose your identity. And we are losing it. I don't know how this thing makes sense to you people. That you will go and give your child English name. Do you even know what it looks like? Okay, let's take for instance now that if Onyocha Biabunu, if enjoy Afia, get Afa, go sign Afia Bokichuku. First of all, you'll be like, where is your mother and your father from? And when you say that his mother and his father, Bondiocha, and he still insists that Afia Bokichuku, you will be feeling that he's lying or he's joking. It wouldn't make sense to you. It wouldn't make sense to you. But how does it make sense to Ndi Igbo that you ask an Igbo person name or Sigino Philip, or Sigino Bernard, Jessica, Jennifer, Nicole, John, Peter? How does it even make sense to us? When on your channel as Okechukwu, it wouldn't make sense to you, which is not even possible. How do we even allow this thing to be happening to us? For people that are giving birth now, it is still not too late. And when people that their children they are less than 10 years, they haven't entered secondary school yet. Those children that are still in primary school, it is not too late. You can still change it. The only thing you need to do is to, that their birth certificate, a dokaya, you tear it, then you go to the National Identification Management Commission. You go there and do another birth certificate for them. Over time, people it is as simple as that. Because some time ogelu obdili had difficult. As an if I would the highest in Zuzu Madu Gezuzu, it will have and yozo one wage. It doesn't make sense because you are stripping them of their identity. Kedu na onye a ga-esi wee connect? Enwere ndị nke bụ that first name, second name, last name, everything. O nwere nke Igbo dị na ya. There is none of them that represent your where you are coming from. Ọ bụ na ndị ọcha were ya si mkpali na nzuzu ịza afa anyị. Anyị kwesịrị iwere ya as the highest sin kapụ ịza afa ha. All these things that I feel that it doesn't count. It counts so much. It counts a lot. Afọ onye ọbụla ma mma, you will see great people. But when people are doing wonders, when people are doing wonders in sports, in different spheres of life, afọ ha ka ị ga-eji wee malụ. Sometimes ọ bụ na onye a na-aza afọ Igbo, the first name, afọ n'ime ya bụ afọ Igbo. There is contradiction. Ndị mmadụ a na-asị kedu ebe onye asị kedu ebe onye. But immediately onye azara afa ndị befa, you can easily identify that this is where this person is coming from. You can easily identify.